God, for showing me how you intended for my life to be. Thank you, God, for guiding me into a world where I can be just me. I love the mountains, the trees, and the streams. I love the desert and wildlife it brings. The freedom of my life allows me to roam. Wherever I go, it becomes my new home. Hello, everybody. I'm going to bring up a new co-host for tonight. Hey, Greg.
Hey. Hi, how's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well.
Yeah. So everybody, if you don't know Greg, this is Greg, Fit for Expedition Fun Seekers on YouTube. I think he has a couple channels, don't you, Greg?
Yeah, I have that as my main channel. And then I have the Abandoned Southwest channel,
Right.
which is just abandoned and explorations, urbex stuff, which I haven't been putting much stuff on lately. I did notice that when I started that channel, all of a sudden those videos took off and my regular channel started suffering. So, so I pulled back a little bit on it.
Okay. So I want to say hello to a few people. Jennifer Miller was here at 5 o'clock. So she's waiting a long time. I assume she's still here. RV Weekends Robert is here, and Kathy Davis. Let's see. I said Mary Jones, thank you for moderating. And Callie's Kid, which is somebody fairly new to my channel. So welcome here. Desert Adventures in Arizona, Steve, good evening. And look at who else is here. Mel and Nomadic. Hope you're doing well, Marshall. Let's see who else. Yeah. Of course, you know Greg. Brad McWork. Good evening. Let's see. And we have already 67 in the chat, so I'll have to go through this very fast. So ADC Dan is here. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
And Johnny's Journey. Wow.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
Hey, I could actually, to Steve from Desert Adventures in Arizona, I could just kind of wave to him because he's,
I know you're not that far from him. You're in Tucson and he's in the Ironwood Forest, right?
Yeah,
Kaylee
he's in Marana. He's in Marana, and I'm in Tanque Verde, actually, but it's Tucson. It's all Tucson.
I want to play the thing. Oh, shoot. I think I took it down. I did. I wouldn't. Okay. I want to thank all the moderators that are here today. And I appreciate you. I'm going to do a new clip because I took down the one I had it, changed it a little bit. So I want to do a moderator clip for the mods. So I have some new and taken some out that can't be here all the time. So anyhow, I'll put that up the next time. But in the meantime, I have a special clip I would like to play. You people know that we are really, our channels, the people that have content channels know how important the people that come to our channels that don't do content are. So I wanted to play a special clip for the people that don't do content and still come to our channels and support us. You mean a lot to me. So here we go. I just want to say the majority of my subscribers are people that don't do content on their channels. They just support me for the sake of watching my videos, coming to the live streams, and participating. I appreciate you so much. You really are the backbone of my channel. I couldn't list all my subscribers, 25,000, however many they are. They're non-content. So I did list all the ones that have joined my membership program, anywhere from $2 to $10. Thank you so much for my non-content people. You are a blessing to me. So thank you, the people that don't do content, and thank you for the content channels also. I want to say hello to Carlene Griffith is here tonight. So thank you from New Mexico. Let's see who else. I won't be able to name everybody that's here. There's too many. But I know my moderators are really good about greeting you. So take that from me. If they greet you, it's from me tonight and from Greg too. So let's talk about Greg a little bit. Greg, you have two YouTube channels actually.
Right,
And
right.
how long have you been on YouTube?
Oh, with the first channel I started, I don't know the exact date, but I would say it's been at least 2.5 years, maybe a little bit longer. That's the Fit for Expedition Fun Seekers,
Right,
and it's travel. It's well, that's what you and I have in common. We both had the box trucks, so
right.
box vans. Yeah, so it's travel in the box van and all the fixing up the box van, building it, and I built the whole thing. Well, my wife and I, Kelly and I, built the whole thing ourselves.
Yes.
As far as the livable space, and
And
we
I
are
do
about.
have a video on my channel of the tour I did with you. So anybody wants to look at that, check out my tours, and I'll have an interview with Greg there. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
and that was early on though. That was back when there was a lot of raw wood and not many cabinets or anything like that in here.
Yeah, yeah,
I've changed a lot of stuff since then. We'll have to do
yeah.
an
You
updated
hadn't
tour.
finished the kitchen either. It was
No,
you were working on it. Yeah,
yeah, I think it was just a wood countertop, right?
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm gonna kind of click on these people as we go through, so that
okay.
I'm just
Hey, Ava.
gonna make sure I want to say hello to people. Um, so yeah, so why? Okay, question. You're on the road, so you're talking about doing full time, right? You
We're
still
definitely
have a
going full
home
time.
base? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm
You
actually at our home base in Tanque Verde, which is northeast of Tucson. When I say northeast of Tucson, it's just a few miles outside of the
right,
city limits. So yeah, and we are selling our house, completely getting rid of everything. I've already been going through and selling all our belongings and giving our belongings away and
wow.
all that kind of stuff. And we are hoping to be out of here by April. That's not that soon, but it is
That's
when we're
not
gonna
that far off, really.
we're gonna be on the road up until through the beginning of February.
Yes.
So um,
Well, so what made you decide to go full time?
several
Really?
things. One, I already wanted to do this, and I was already kind of into it, and I didn't think Kelly would be. My wife Kelly would be.
Yeah.
She's the one who's really pushing it. She's the one who really wants it. So now it's like I'm doing it. Now I feel like I'm doing it for her. You know what I mean? Before I kind of
Wow.
was like, well, I won't be able to do it full time because Kelly won't want to do it. Now that
Right.
she does want to, we're pushing pretty hard toward it. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, so full time. What? Okay. You said Kelly was really now she's really the going factor. But what is better about living full time in a rig than living full time in a house
Well,
or
one
doing
thing one
part
thing is you can save a lot of money because we got a house payment. That's one. Two, you can see the country, which is really what I want to see is the country, the
right?
U.S. And I like to do abandoned stuff. I think this. I actually like to hang out in cities too, and then
Oh,
also do the
yeah.
forest kind of stuff, the desert camping, all that stuff. And
Right.
so this is a way that you can actually do that. And we've actually stayed on the street in cities and towns in this truck. And
And
it's
you
just,
do that because your van is pretty stealthy. Yeah.
yeah, it's got windows,
Yeah.
but it's got solar panels, but food trucks have solar panels. So, I mean,
Right.
that doesn't give anything away. you know.
How big is your box truck?
My box truck is 16 feet long. It's a 2003 GMC Savannah 3500. So it's 16 feet long. We've got, let's see, what do we have for solar? We got 8, 9, 10, 1140 watts of solar on the roof.
So
And
it's
we're
quite a
adding,
bit. Yeah, it's quite a
yeah,
bit bigger than mine. Quite a
yeah,
bit.
we're gonna add at least another 390, maybe even 570, maybe even 570 watts. With the
Wow.
whole thing's gonna be solar on, the whole rooftop. We've got an EcoFlow Delta Max power station and then we just got a smart battery that doubles that, so it's
Okay.
4,000 watts. Steve's gonna have to do the math for me to figure out what that is in amp hours. Um,
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
like divided by 12, divided by
Right.
10, I think. Anyway, and then we've got another backup power station that's a EcoFlow, just like a 500 watt one.
So you have
And
plenty of power to be operating.
yeah, oh
Can you
yeah,
run
yeah.
your can you run the air conditioner on that?
We were already able to run our air conditioner for the hottest part of the day, not in Tucson because it's 100 when it's nice, um,
Right.
but in Flagstaff and those kind of areas, we were already run our
For a few
like
hours, not all day. Yeah.
right. So we could run it on like medium, a little lower than medium,
Right.
and then it's a Frigidaire room AC,
Right.
5,000 BTU, and just let it cycle on and off. And
Yeah.
usually we get through as long as we shut it off 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We could usually replenish, but now we've got the backup batteries, so now we got a lot more watts to replenish.
I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
Tanya up and let her ask some
Okay.
questions to you. Are you
I haven't
ready,
seen Tanya in a
Tanya?
while.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Hey.
Hey.
I wanted to pop in and say hi.
Hi.
Long
Do
time no
you
see.
have any
Yeah.
questions for Greg, Tanya?
No, he kind of covered some of them because I was gonna ask about Kelly, how she was feeling about it, but he already covered that. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's really into it. Like she
that's
wants to get out of
exciting.
this house. If we could get out now, but we have we've started renovating the house and we got halfway with everything and it's not
Yeah.
done yet. And it's like a 3,000 square foot house, so it's a pretty good sized
Oh
house
wow.
that we have to
So
finish.
you're both are still pretty young, aren't you, Greg? How old are you?
164. No, I am 58. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
you're young. And
yeah,
Kelly's younger than you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's younger than me. No, I mean not like, not like sick younger than me, but she's, in her 50s.
She
Yeah.
looks younger than you. She's looks so young, really
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
and that was
Kelly's
the other
still working full time.
yeah, and that was the other thing is she needed to be able to work on the road, and now with Starlink, she's going to be able to work on the road because I mean, especially in Arizona, it's
Right.
we borrowed somebody's and well, we piggybacked on somebody else's Starlink a couple of
Yeah,
times up in
yeah.
Flagstaff, and it works better than our home internet.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah, we have Starlink now. We have
yeah,
Starlink. It works very well. Yeah, we love it.
so you probably just
Yeah,
use it at
they
home
had
too, right?
crappy internet in their place, and now the Starlink is working really good.
So you
So
use it
Yeah.
at home and in your van, Tanya?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
cool. Yeah, that's nice. And then I don't know if you have Roku or if
they
you
want to
have
say
like
I never got
Fire
yours
Stick
here.
or whatever, like for TV.
Yeah.
But then you can use that because you got the Starlink, so you can so you have all this entertainment now
Yeah,
and
that's yeah,
No,
because
no.
we have like a tablet in our van that's we can watch whatever we want, do whatever we want.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
And
I
at the
added this
house, it's a smart TV, and we do have a Fire Stick. Yeah.
I added this TV right here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's we're not much bigger than a van, so
Right.
our whole and so you'll be familiar with this. Your bedroom, your eating area, your TV room, it's
Yeah,
right here.
everything.
It's right in this space. Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. That is exactly how it works when we're in the van.
yeah. We do
So
have the separate
so
kitchen and office basement.
Greg, the topic tonight is home base for seniors and disabled people. So do you find you have disabilities, okay?
Yeah, I have a lot of titanium parts in my legs,
Oh, wow.
so and
So
my
is it
pelvis
going to be
and stuff.
more difficult for you being full-time than having home base?
Because it does hurt to drive, actually.
That's my
Um,
problem.
yeah, it hurts me. But I mean, if we're going full time, then we
Yeah.
don't need to drive. Like right now, you know how it is when you got a house, and you want to go somewhere, you got to get in the vehicle and then drive all the way there. It's like because you only got so many days.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I mean?
what about all the physical stuff you have to do when you're full-time in the rig? You have to do a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. You know what? I just got it out. I actually was a personal trainer for a while, and
Mm,
even with all my disabilities and everything.
yeah.
And I just, I would just gut it out. I just go work through the pain, which
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has to do to some degree,
Yeah.
Right.
it's just how much can you push yourself? I will say I'm having more trouble pushing myself now than I did even 3 years ago. So it's
Yeah.
starting to catch up to me. Yeah.
Let me see if
But
the chat has any question for you. Go ahead and talk to him, Tanya. With
okay.
see if I'm gonna look and see if anybody has questions
Okay.
for Greg. I
Okay.
may have to
Yeah,
go
I was
down.
going to say, Greg, the part about being full time that's going to be good for that is the fact that you can go at your own pace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not rushing around as much.
Right.
Like
You know what I mean when you have a house and you're trying. It's a vacation. So you're like, you want to get to the destination as fast as you can get there, right? And then spend time there. But if you're full time, you can just take your time getting, you don't even know what the destination is yet, maybe.
Yeah,
You just,
exactly. So
you just happen to, find cool things to do and things to see. So,
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
because I know
Yes.
that when I go on extended trips and I don't really have an itinerary, it's nice to be able just to spread it out and just drive 2 or 3 hours a day if you want. That's it.
I want to
Yeah. Or
thank
even
Van
less,
Vita
yeah.
Travel.
Yeah.
I want to thank Paula from Van Vita Travels for the raid from her channel over here. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I appreciate that. Okay,
Oh,
so
you got 90 people in your
yeah,
live stream right now.
I do.
Nice.
So Drops family, if before we go on, if anybody's new to this live stream, to Box Van D's live stream, please type new in the chat so we can say hello to you and greet you. Just go ahead and type new in the chat if you're new. Let's see, I know I'm way behind in the chat.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say there's some questions coming in.
I'm scrolling through. Oh, look,
when
and
I
Mary.
when I do my live
Thank you.
streams, I figure that's what I'm best at, being behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to thank Mary. Let me play a little clip for Mary. Let's see. I'm slow on this stuff, but let me do the see. I like this one here. I don't know. I like it.
If ever that day comes around, if I get my feet on the ground, I'd make Bonnie my wife, and we'd rob this whole town. Maybe take all that money, get a boat and sail down, down, where the blue waters flow. Yes, this is a place I would go. We might get ourselves lost, we may never be found, if ever that day comes around.
That's always huge.
I love that. I do see a lot of new people. I still haven't got to them. Let's see. How far am I back?
It said that a few people said, or at least one person said they're new to the chat, but that they've been watching for a while.
Okay, that's probably true. A lot of them. So Well, I'm still scrolling. I'm scrolling. So
Where was that video taken
that little
of
one,
Maxie?
I
Yeah.
believe that was Craigie Wash
Oh, okay.
up in
Okay.
Lake Havasu, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I definitely want to get to Lake Havasu this
I know.
next
I
2 months.
talked to Dan. Dan is in the chat. At least he was earlier. And I mentioned we're probably going to go up there and camp for a while, a little while. So I
Yeah.
mentioned it to him. I talked to him the other day. And so let's see. Okay. Did you see anybody new in the chat, Tanya? I'm that far behind. Probably 1,000 comments.
No, there's comments. I mean, there's questions though. I see.
Okay, let's find out what the questions are. And if I see it, anybody new, I'll check it out later.
I actually have a question from Marshall to me,
Okay,
I
go ahead.
believe. And it's I'm guessing it says, how is the property search going? Yes, to me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that gets me, I was going to bring that up because you had talked about base camp versus full time, or and we are planning on having a base camp either in Williams, Arizona, or possibly up in Nevada or something where it's cooler. And I'm just trying to get away from the heat, because it's nice right now. I mean, it's only like in the 70s here right now, so it's pretty nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's it where you are, Tanya?
How did you ask how hot it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a very hot area of California, but now it's still getting up in the high 80s, like to 90 lately. But
we had 90 yesterday.
Yeah, it's about that.
Yeah, but we had a lot of rain today, so it was cool.
Yeah, there's another question which you already answered because you are getting Starlink, right?
Yes. Yep.
And Lillian, I believe this question's for any of us. I'm not planning to go to Oregon unless I can make the trip up to see my family in Washington this year. But I don't know for sure. If I do, it will be like April or May. So let's see. Here we go.
Oh, I see.
There was actually a question back a ways, I'm sure. Ann Holland asked if I have a lot of equipment for my exercise. I'm guessing that was to me, because I was talking about
training. I'm sure it was.
I have a 750 square foot gym in the house, and it's all commercial equipment. So that's going to be another problem is, how do you get rid of a dumbbell rack from 1 to 105 pounds? You know what I mean? It's like I got massive equipment, so that is an issue.
Are you gonna make room just for certain things, or are you thinking maybe later on you're gonna pull a trailer or something, or what?
No, I'm not pulling a trailer because I feel like it would hinder us from being able to sleep in towns and cities just on the side of the street. So it's just the truck. Might put a couple boxes on the back for e-bikes that are just attached to the truck, and that's about it. So, yeah. And also, Jarhead and Ginger's Journey asked, and I guess this could be for any of us, what is the hardest thing for you to leave behind? For Ginger, it was sentimental stuff. To me, I think that's what the base camp's for, is to store some sentimental stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, okay, so I'm not leaving my nomad life completely, but I had to move into a home base. The thing I'm going to miss the most is being on the road a lot because I can't travel like I did. So I will miss that for sure. It's going to be very hard for me to be. I've been somewhat stationary, even in the box van, but I do miss being able to drive a lot and go places a lot. I wish I could go to more meetups and things like that. It's hard as a full-timer physically for me because my health is not right. I mean, I'm in really good health for my age and with all my other disabilities, but even so, it got too hard for me to travel all the time, and especially in the summer when it's hot.
Yeah.
And my eyes are not good. I don't I know they're getting worse. I know they're getting worse, but I don't think I'm going to go blind. I think it's just going to be hard. Right now, I have bad focus. I can see everything, but the focus is not very good. And when I travel a lot, I have a lot of problems with a double vision if my eyes get tired. So that's the
Love
hardest
you.
part for me on the road. So I need the home base. Absolutely have to have it. If I were to go blind or my eyes were to get worse, I couldn't travel, period. So I had to have a home base. And this is
Mm-hmm.
such a blessing to me, this trailer that I am in. God takes care of me in every aspect of my life. He always has from day one. And but I mean, the bottom line is some people with some disabilities require you to have a home base. And Tanya, we were talking a little bit about medical things. Um, I
Yeah,
know.
there's a lot
Go
of
ahead.
issues like with Derek with the wheelchair and devices and appointments and
Yeah,
medications.
medications.
Yeah,
That's
you
yeah.
can't, like some medications you have to monthly they have to refill and you have to go in and show ID, you know what I mean? So
Or you have to go back to
Right.
your regular doctor, right? And
yeah,
because they won't let you have it unless they prescribe it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, even some meds like Lyrica for my fibromyalgia, which I think is ridiculous. They put it as some kind of scheduled like drug or
yeah.
something. So it's one where you have to be there to show your ID. So I mean, how nobody can pick it up, and stuff like that. At
Mm-hmm.
least in
Even with
California.
my thyroid medication, which is the only prescription I have to go see the doctor every 6 months. And I can't just go to any doctor. I'm in Arizona. If I leave the state, I can't go see another doctor because I have Medicare and state medical along
Oh,
with
okay.
it. So
Only
Medicare doesn't cover my
emergencies.
prescriptions at all. And it doesn't cover doctor visits. It will cover emergency out of state, but that's it.
Yeah,
So,
you got to pay out of pocket if you go somewhere out of
right.
state a lot of times.
Did I miss a super chat or something? I
Yep, you
did.
just did. It was just
Linda
brand new.
Here it
Linda
is.
Catalano. Hang on. Let
I
me
didn't
see.
see it either.
I, I missed it.
No,
She says,
it just happened as far as I can tell. Yeah.
okay, let me play her a little clip for her. Actually, Tanya, why don't you pick one for her?
Okay, I will. You guys can talk, chat.
Anyhow,
Okay.
so yeah, well, we
There was
will
an
chat. Go ahead and play.
there was another. Are you ready?
Okay, here we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your amazing support. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Louise. So she's one of my members, and
Uh,
thank you so much.
Bree from TGIF had a question, and
Go
it was
ahead.
to me. It was to me. If I'm having a meetup, and we talked about that, D.
Yeah, go ahead and talk
You,
about it.
do you have when is your meetup, D? Do you know
Okay,
yet?
until Bob Wells from Cheap RV Living announces his actual announcement of when the RTRs is, I can't announce my date because it's going to be immediately following his RTR. So that's the best I can give you as a date, but it's
Okay.
always towards past the middle of January, like around the 20th, somewhere in there.
Okay, because his tentative dates are 13th to the 20th, and
Right.
but he doesn't actually have physical permits yet for the
Right.
things he wants to do. He
So if
does.
it's
He's
still the 20th, I believe the 21st is a Saturday.
uh-huh.
And if that is, we'll do Saturday and Sunday. And if anybody wants to stick around for a few extra days, we can do that. I plan
Okay.
on camping at least a week. So how
Okay.
long?
At the
So
same place we were last year.
out of Plamosa Road, maybe not the same exact spot, but yes, on Plamosa Road. The reason we picked that spot last year is because I don't want people to come and have to pay for camping.
Mm-hmm.
So if they go to the LTVA, which is wonderful, they have dump stations, water stations, pit toilets. They have trash cans, and you can stay for however long you want. If they want to do that's great, but a lot of people just come for the meetup. They don't want to pay for camping. So I want to be able to be off grid on BLM land where they don't have to pay a dime to come in and camp for a week. So
Yeah,
here's another
that's good.
one. I got another super sticker from
Yeah.
LC. LC, thank you so much. Tanya, I'm going to let you pick the clips.
Okay.
Since you're here, you might as well do it. So thank you, LC. That is another member of. I have a lot of good members
That's
lately.
good.
I've been getting a lot, and I will
Yeah, here
play
we
a
go.
member. Go ahead. Thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you, LC. I appreciate that. I'm going to tell you guys, half of all the super chats that come in tonight are going to the roll. She doesn't know this yet. They're going to the Just Roll With It Mobility Foundation, because
Oh, wow.
that is Tanya and Derek's charity. And they do, it's a nonprofit, and they do it to help people with mobility issues to get outdoors and enjoy life. So they have a application process right now. And Tanya, if you're able to put the link in the chat, let people get it to your Just Roll With Foundation, and also put the link that they can donate if they want to, instead of having YouTube take a part of it. So half of everything I get in super chats tonight will go to that foundation, because I really think I believe in it. I don't do charities too often. I think a lot of them are, yes, not, not that important, or it shouldn't mean that. There's a lot of them that are important, but I only do on my channel so many. So do you have another member?
Yeah, it looks like you just had a new member.
Bree is a new member. Welcome,
Oh,
Bree.
is that Bree?
I think it's a different Bree. Not
okay.
Yeah, this is see, I don't know why it's not showing up in StreamYard. So I just see up at the top of it when people do that stuff. So maybe I just haven't scrolled down far enough. Who knows? I may be
too far behind.
15,000 feet behind. Yeah. So so anyhow, I do have great moderators. Okay.
Thank you,
where
guys.
we're talking about the medical. Yeah.
Yeah, the medical and prescriptions. And
so for me, I can't go out of state easily. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of people, if they're going to do full time, you have to make sure you have a way to get your medical needs, especially as we get up older in years. Whether you have medical problems or not, if you're older, you're always going to have some kind of medical, facilities around for emergencies and things. And anyhow.
Yeah, like I agree, because like Derek and I both have specialists, and they're in your state, and they're somebody you have to see very frequently. So we have to have our home, because there's no choice, because I have to be at the neurologist every 6 weeks for life, or they won't do my treatments, refill my meds, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I have treatments every 6 weeks. So how injections and stuff. So how would I can only be gone a month. That's it. A month.
Right.
And we have to come back. So
let me ask
where you can
let
go.
me ask my moderators to do something, please. If somebody joins the channel or sends a super chat, moderators, if you know they have a content channel, I would appreciate it if you would put their link in the chat. And also, please put for Expeditions Fund Seeker link. I can't talk tonight. in the chat. Also, Van Life Voyages. I really do appreciate you two for being here. Tanya's been helping me every week,
I
so
know
I'm
she
glad
has.
you're here
Yeah.
to help me tonight too, Greg.
But I definitely
And
want to see Greg because that's been a
yeah,
long time.
It has been a long time. It's been almost a year. No, not yeah, it has. It
Yeah,
has.
almost to the
It's been
next
like
time.
9-10 months. Yeah.
since
So
the
We didn't
meetup
get
last year. Yeah.
yeah,
And we didn't get to hang with you guys because Derek broke his leg after that too. We were supposed to
Oh,
meet up
I
and do
know.
Slap City and stuff, and then Derek broke his leg,
I
so that was
know.
no fun.
yes.
So
I think you just
So
got
yeah,
another.
thank you, moderators. I can't even scroll. There's too
I
many
think you
messages.
just. I don't know if
I
that's.
don't know how
If I'm,
people do it.
I don't know if
How
I'm
people
behind, but
won't.
Diane Harris, did you get that one? Super.
oh,
Super
Diane Harris,
speaker?
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you.
And
Hello,
put something up
Shalom.
there.
And hang on. Okay, go ahead.
There you go.
Okay, and people, if you want a special little maxi clip, say maxi in your.
Yeah, you can put that in and I'll pick one of
We
those.
have a lot of maxi clips. I know a lot of people like those.
Okay.
I wish. I feel so inadequate because there's so many people here, and I want to be able to say hello to all of them. So, I feel like let's check the chat and see what we're missing. So,
No, there's a
okay,
question right here that apparently I missed. That Marshall's asking. What do
ahead.
I mean? Home base, house, storage unit, and it was actually a question from Sarah Pearson that I guess.
Oh, that's a good question.
So
Yeah.
what we're talking about doing is buying between 20 and 40 acres, and then just using a small amount in the try to get to the center. Depends on how long you have to put the driveway, but it's like use just a small amount of that property and have a shipping container where we can keep things that are valuable to us. Maybe they're not even that valuable, but to us they are. We can lock up. And then we have this idea, and we're going to be able to do it. I know it because I've done a lot of construction work. We're going to build a room that's exactly like our living room with the same furniture and everything in it, and have it out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going to have a big we have a modern sectional sofa and a big screen TV on the wall and stuff. So we're just going to build it just like that.
So a lot of people in the nomadic community buy pieces of property, and they have a place to meet up when they want to get together with friends. Another one?
Pretty much camp on there.
Thank you, Elsie. I think I did get that one.
Well, what we're kind of doing something a little different. We have our home base, but we got the property next door, and we're doing like an Airbnb cabin with the RV spots and stuff for friends and stuff. So that would be really cool.
Yeah. So we're kind of envisioning like this compound.
Thank you,
Elsie.
Elsie.
I would love a compound, but I just don't.
Elsie keeps sending these.
Okay, that was another one. Yeah, that was another one.
3 of them. That's at least 3 of them.
Here, I'll put up a maxi one.
Yeah, put up a maxi clip.
This one is one I was right there for, so I'm definitely showing this one.
Yes.
A little dog that could. He really wants to get to you, D. He's pulling that. He did. Hilarious.
Did you get on your phone?
Yeah, I was filming.
He's helping you pack, right?
Yeah, he was. I hooked his leash to the chair, and he didn't want to stay there. He took it and it folded up and he dragged it.
You need heavier chairs. You just need heavier chairs. That's all.
That was fun.
Yeah. Let's see. I tagged and said.
So I like your idea, Greg, of having a compound. That would be like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, just like a 40 by 60 foot fenced in area, shipping container. We can pull our box truck in there, have like a little outdoor kitchen area maybe, and then just the room that's kind of like our living room because that's where we spend a lot of time when we're home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. Lori, I don't know why you weren't able to post. I have no idea. You're not nobody has blocked you, believe me. So
And
I
they
don't know why.
wouldn't be able to comment.
Right.
Who was that?
So we
Yeah.
see her comment here. So if
Yeah.
something happened, she
It's
tried
a
to.
glitch because we can see.
Yeah,
It
it is
may
a
be,
glitch
maybe
because
the tags are not working. Yeah.
there's been some other comments in here about having issues posting. So I think it's a YouTube thing.
Okay.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
Elsie's been RN for over 30 years, Tanya.
Oh, me too. Well, I retired. I'm an RN. I retired in 2019. Or had to medically retire, I should say. I was medically retired or disabled. Basically, that's what it is.
This is not a question, but do GoFundMe for PRP. What's that? PRP.
I don't know, but you just got another LC.
Okay, hang on. Oh, five. I don't know. Maura, I don't do GoFundMes. I did one time in my life, and that's enough. We don't need GoFundMe accounts here for unless somebody's in serious need for something. That's why Tanya and Derek have a nonprofit, because people can contribute to that. So let's see.
Do you want me to put up another little thing?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah.
LC's getting crazy.
Whoops.
Thank you.
Those maxi ones are darling.
I know. I love them. Let's see. I'm looking. Bree, nice to have you here. Yes, people welcome Bree. This is a new person on my channel, so I don't think she's new, but she's new here. Diane Harris, as the one you just did that clip for. Okay, thank you.
I think my chat's a little slow.
Oh my goodness. What the heck? Another one from LC? Quit already. I know why
that's another one.
Okay, I can't complain. I won't say quit.
Well, I wouldn't complain.
Because she's doing it for the Just Roll With It Foundation. Because 50% of everything goes to that. So I won't say quit. I thank you.
Yeah,
so
she's
much.
like, no, don't quit.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. I wasn't thinking. I forgot. So I'm a little brain dead.
Thank you, Elsie.
Yes, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you.
See, look. So cute.
Marshall says it's cool to camp out with these superstars on the panel. Yes, because
you're one too, Marshall. You're one too.
So yes, and please somebody put Marshall Mellow Nomadic Adventures link in the chat, please.
And these guys have a lineup on Friday, the first Friday of every month, you guys.
Yeah, and thank you, Tanya, for stepping aside so we can do that, because
it's
your spot.
No, it's perfectly great.
Tanya and Greg, I have to step away for a minute.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you take over for a minute. I'm just gonna stop the camera on me.
Okay.
We just have to hold down the fort. Oh my goodness.
So back to the live stream thing. We do ours on the first Friday of each month. And I always have a problem trying to figure out what time that is in what time zone. But I know I start at 5:40. Marshall, if Marshall's in the chat, maybe he can tell us what time he starts, because he starts and it's Central time is what we go off of. So,
and I get confused all the time with time zones too.
Yeah, me too.
Like I'll show up at wrong times. I'm like, if you don't put Pacific, I'm gonna get it messed up. Let's just
Yeah, I know, and I can't. Yeah, Pacific, exactly. And I'm not even on Pacific. We don't even do daylight savings. So in Arizona, it's even more confusing. Yeah.
I know, because Dee would always, before we were getting confused, because like, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, we were switching Sundays and she would go one and then we'd go the next. And it got so confusing with her time zone and not always being this. It never changed, but mine did or whatever. So it was
right. Yeah.
Messing up. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are all the ones that are screwing it up. We're just staying on the same time.
Yep. It's true. It's so true, though.
They've talked about changing that, Okay, so Marshall says it's at 8 Central Time is when he starts.
Okay.
So then I made 40 Central Time, and then Ron Sees America is at 9:20 Central Time.
Perfect.
So, and
you guys go see that.
Yeah, we do trivia, 3 questions on each show. So you got to watch. This is our hook. You got to watch all 3 shows to win the trivia. I guess if you're really good, you could win in 2. in 2 shows.
If you're a genius or somebody.
Yeah. Or Tim from Time.
Definitely not me. Definitely. I can't even win when I am present because my brain's going a million places. So I couldn't even win if I wasn't on probably everyone.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be paying that much close of attention.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny because actually it used to be the same people would win over and over again. And they'd never accept the prize, which is we do an Amazon gift card, but and before, it's been other gifts before, other prizes before, but there's people that just won't accept it,
On the subject, I heard you talking, and I thought I will say it. Even though I'm in Arizona, we're in Mountain Standard Time. Our time zones don't change. But because everybody except Hawaii and Arizona does, I'm not going to change it anymore. I'm going to stay on Pacific time.
Oh, okay. You know what? Actually, some of the reservations in Arizona even change. So it's just most of Arizona. Yeah.
Oh no! Thank you,
Detouring
LC.
with Donna. You got a super sticker from Detouring with Donna.
Yeah, and this one from LC.
Oh, there's one from LC too. Yes.
Thank you, folks. I do appreciate that. I know that the foundation will really be able to use this to help them get it. I know they're going to do tell us about what they're going to do right now on the Just Roll with Tanya.
We're accepting applications on the website. Just roll with it, mobilityfoundation.org. I know that's a mouthful and pretty long, but it's right now we're accepting applications for to give out a piece of mobility equipment or 2 or 3, depending on what boxes they check. The more expensive stuff, it depends on what applications we get, really. And then Derek and I are both on the board, obviously. And then we have a 3rd board member, which is my sister, and she works at Monterey Hospital, and she's a speech pathologist. And so she deals with a lot of people with strokes and disabilities and stuff like that. So she's helping us out as well. And so we'll look at the applications, vote on who has the greatest need, basically, because it's need-based. And what funds we do have at that time. And so by the 15th, we will have somebody. We'll have a winner or more, depending. By November 15th.
Good.
So hopefully, there'll be like scooters, walkers. We have folding electric wheelchair. Where we don't have enough quite yet for a smart drive, but we're working towards a smart drive or hand controls for vehicles, that kind of thing.
For this one will be, according to Derek, he said up to 2,500.
Yeah.
Right?
And then we're going to replenish and go for more money for the spring, because this is the very first one.
As the foundation grows, they'll be able to do more. This is the first giveaway.
Very first one,
So
we're gonna, we're gonna go for 5 or hopefully 5 or 10,000 by spring. To be able to give away, that'd be great.
Right. So I want to address this here. What RV Grandma said. she said YouTube changes it to our local time, so whatever time you post it will change for people. Well, that's kind of true, but on my laptop, I can set my time zone to Pacific time. So when I say it's going to be on Pacific time, it will be on Pacific time for my
The
videos and live streams.
the problem that we have is Marshall does the thumbnails, and he does awesome thumbnails for our
Right.
First Fridays live.
They are awesome.
And the problem is he's got to put times on there so that you know what
Oh,
time,
yeah.
and then you
Right.
know that it's every 40 minutes. Otherwise, it won't make
Right.
any sense. So he's got to
That's
put
true.
Central Time on there, yeah, on
Oh,
the
I didn't
thumbnail
think
itself.
about that. You're
Yeah,
right.
otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's like
Right.
there's no way to
Yeah.
tell people when we go on. So
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
hey, I want
And
to thank Dirk real quick because he just said he subscribed to my channel. Thanks.
oh,
Oh,
that's
cool.
very
Thank you.
nice. Thank
And
Dirk.
yeah, you guys, Dirk
Yeah.
does have a YouTube channel, Dirk Ten Hoff. He puts wonderful videos out. He never shouts himself out. He doesn't try to get an audience. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers, and his channel is good enough. He should have more subscribers than I do. That's how good his channel is. So please go check Dirk Ten Hoff out on YouTube and watch some of his videos. He posts regularly, and he talks about all the things he's doing on his farm. He has beautiful horses. He does gardening. He has old cars, guitars. There's nothing he doesn't do. Please, people, go check him out. I just love Dirk. He's been following me for a long time. I found his channel quite a while back. I haven't shouted him out in a very long time. So yeah, so please. So the question, Brad, yes, I think for me, senior nomads should have a home base, at least something. Home base can mean a lot of things. Home base can mean a relative you can go if you need to. Home base could be a piece of property you can go to if you need to. Home base can be a close friend that you have a place to go in when you need to. For me, I need a permanent place because of my health condition. So I think personally, it's a good idea to have a home base to fall back on in an emergency or when you just need a break from being on the road all the time. I hope
Yeah.
that answered that question.
I got to be honest. One thing that yesterday is, are we ever going to get back to our home base? If we set this up, we may never even get back there because we want to travel all over the country. We're going to be in the East Coast and in Canada, and we may never actually even get there again. Because we really don't want to be driving more than 100 miles a day at 50 to 100 miles a day. So.
Well, also look at the things that are going on in the world. We're not going to get into detail, okay? But look at the gas prices, the price of food. It might become very difficult to travel a lot financially. So that's what I'm saying. It's really a good idea to have something to fall back on. That's what I think.
Or with what happened when they closed down the world, you have somewhere to go,
Yeah.
When the SHTF, I can say it. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, absolutely. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Kaylee says it would be a lot of money and effort if you can't get back there, and it's possible. And so you store these keepsakes that are important to you, and have sentimental value to you, and then you never even see them again. I mean, and then maybe you store stuff there and go, a few years later, I don't need any of this stuff. Let's just get rid of it. You know what I mean? Well, you just got to wait and see. So
question from Anne is just wondering if this is just for vets, Tanya.
No, it is not, because most veterans have the VA to fall back on. And even if it's not service connected disabilities, like Derek's is not service connected, but they've been very generous with equipment and stuff like that. So usually your health insurance and then the VA fills in. But veterans can apply, because there will be some that do have limitations still, even with the VA, of what they can provide, because there could be like maybe they get something every 5 years, so we will prioritize looking at veterans applications, but you don't have to just be a veteran.
Right. It really, on the application, it asks what your financial needs. If you have other ways to get these things, then the foundation is really for people that can't get it any other way. So
yeah.
So
We're going to look at, what your insurance provides. Ask about that. Ask about, do you have, in what, like if you do have the VA or other services or double coverage of something, but still we know because of Derek's situation, there will be limitations on that. If you break something before the time limit, then you could break it a year in and then they won't provide you something else. So we know that happens.
Yes. Okay. Should let's see if I see any other questions.
Oh yeah. Marshall says, I think a home base is a good idea. It gives you a safe place to go and recharge and regroup. Yeah. I mean, even if you don't go often, if you don't go there often, it's a backup plan.
See, personally, I would rather have our base camp be near where Marshall is, Kentucky or Tennessee area, because
I like
he's in Kentucky, but the Tennessee or Kentucky, because it's pretty central. It's very central to the U.S. And I just love that area. That whole area is just so cool. I want to spend months and months there,
Yeah, we were looking at Tennessee, thinking about Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you guys are making me so jealous. I want to travel. This is not what I wanted to be doing, sitting in one place. I want to say, Detouring with Donna says, as a disabled person too, I rent a room from a friend as a home base and so grateful for it. So that is a home base. So that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a perfect way. Dee probably won't check her PayPal till the evening live is over. That's true. I do not check it during the live stream. I do check it later. And if you send me a PayPal gift and you want me to announce it on my YouTube, please put the note in there with the PayPal gift. Otherwise, I generally do not share the names of people that send me PayPal gifts. A lot of them want to be anonymous. So let me know if you would like. I would love to share your name. So if you want to be shared out of my live streams, let me know. That's all. Let's see.
I'm reading all the admiration for Kentucky in the chat. See.
Oh.
I mean, we're hoping to get that way for a little while next year.
Yeah.
If Derek can keep from breaking another bone. If Derek can quit falling.
Where is Derek?
He's here.
Is he's hiding out?
No, he's actually doing foundation stuff and tax stuff because taxes are due very shortly.
Okay.
Yes, Daryl said Bob Wells purchased land in Williams. He did but that was about 10 years ago. And prices these days are a lot more. It's harder to find property, but it's still possible.
It's still pretty inexpensive though. Yeah. I mean, as far as the rest of the country, compared to the rest of the country, Williams is a pretty inexpensive area.
Yeah,
that also would be like. Go ahead.
No,
also would be like northeast Nevada. That'd be another area that's very inexpensive. Not very inexpensive, but fairly inexpensive.
Yes. However, Williams does get very cold in the winter.
That's cold. What I want. That's what I want.
Yeah. But I think Bob Wells, he did the thing with, like you were saying, with a storage unit or something on his property, or or something like that.
Yeah, shipping container. Right?
Yeah, shipping container for his.
Now those are getting expensive. The shipping containers are getting really expensive because for a 20-footer, you're paying what? For a 20-footer, you're paying more than what they were paying for a 40-footer. Just like 5 years ago. So it's getting pretty high up there.
Yes. Diane Diane has quite a bit of health problems too. I lost my train of thought. Always do. Let's see.
Well,
So what is your plan for the health stuff? Do you guys, since you're going to be going so many places, do you know?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? It's going to be worse now because I actually just got my A1Cs and they're super high.
Oh,
So,
no.
and my family, diabetes runs in my family, and I've actually been able to stay under that level. I got diabetes now. So I finally got, I mean, I eat pretty healthy, and I try to just stay pretty close to keto all the time,
Yeah,
so that I'm not eating carbs, but it didn't. I mean, it caught up with me anyway. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah, so how are you going to handle that?
Yeah, that is a question. That is a good question. Because I don't
Yeah.
know, because, you know, I have to take metformin right now. I'm not doing insulin, and I may not have to. My doc, she still thinks it's possible I may not have to for a while. But yeah, how do you get that? Do you have, I mean, I don't know. Do I have to come back to her it'd be every 3 months, not every month,
Yeah,
right?
probably every 3 months for
But to
diabetes.
fly back, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a little tough.
Yeah, my doctor, Keely says no keto, but I talked to my doctor. She actually recommended it to do the keto.
Derek's doing keto too. Derek's doing keto.
Yeah.
Like
I don't diet, period. I eat what I want.
Well, you don't need to.
I do a little bit more carbs than keto. I do under 40 instead of under 20. I do under 40 carbs usually.
Oh, I just lean towards keto. I'm probably a little over that, even like 50 or something. So
yeah, so I do about 40 a day, and that's my deal.
I'm about caught up on the chat. I can't believe it. I looked to see.
Yeah, Derek does need to quit twerking. You're right.
I know. I saw that. I said that's true. One of these days, no. Of course, now he has what they call training wheels.
I know. Oh yeah, because I made him get the anti-tippers.
Right.
After all these years, he's gonna have
and training wheels, and he thought that was just the salt and lime that went with the tequila shot.
Exactly.
Right? Training
wheels.
Okay,
you know what? Hang on, guys. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. We've been on for an hour. Before we leave, I want to do a giveaway. So this is what I give away. It might not be yellow, but you do have to be in the U.S. I can't afford to ship out of the U.S. If you win, go ahead and put the word home base in here in the chat. The word home base, one word. Home base. Everybody type it in the chat. The winner will receive one of my Box Bandy mugs. It has a sticker on both sides. These are, I don't have Teespring anymore, so I'm making these for you. If you're not in the US, I can still send you an Amazon gift card for $15. Okay, so if you win, let me know. You'll have to email me, and then we'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna bring up this toolbar. Let me see. Present. Shares. Whoops. Share screen. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Brave tab. So everybody put the word in there. Why is it? Oh, slept. Oh, I thought I did. Hang on. There we go. So can you see that yet?
Yep.
There it is. Okay, so everybody get the word in. I'm going to give a minute or two because I don't want anybody to miss out. We have 89 people in the chat. I'll start drawing here.
How about we tell them about our double feature tomorrow, Dee?
Okay, go ahead and talk about that while I'm doing this.
Okay. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, Dee has a premiere about her nomadic confessions. And then I have a video right after hers. So basically, it's like a back-to-back premieres. So it's a double feature. That's what we're calling it. And
so far, go ahead.
I was gonna say, which nomadic confession are you on this week?
Let me see.
Weren't you married last week and stuff?
Hang on. It's the one that's called Nomadic Confessions Family Secrets.
Yeah, okay, so that's a good one.
Yes, so Family Secrets. So I hope everybody comes to watch that. It will be great. So let's see how many people we have there in there. It's slow. It's only 31. I know there's more people than that in there. So
There's 94 in the chat, so
I know.
I know.
yeah.
So
Maybe
I
only
know
a third entered.
it's very slow these days. I don't know what it is about this
See,
StreamYard.
it's going up, but it's going up slow.
Very slow. 32
Maybe-
entries.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
never
you have to refresh.
I don't know if I can refresh. I can hit a draw again.
Well, it went to 33, 34, so it is going up.
Yeah.
Just slow.
I don't
Yeah,
even know
it's
how to
very
do this.
slow.
This is the spinning wheel thing, right? Where you pick a winner.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have to give me the tutorial on this later.
On
On how to do
StreamYard,
this.
on StreamYard, you open up another browser that says StreamYard.com/giveaway. And you
Okay.
enter the stream that you're in, and then you just type it in Word and it can draw.
Okay.
So you'll
It's
say
actually
start.
really easy to use.
Yeah, it explains it. It does explain it pretty easily. So we're over time, but that's okay. At least till we get this draw, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, then I'm gonna draw. 35
Okay.
entries. I know there's more, so that's why I'm afraid. I don't want to leave
You can
anybody
talk-
out.
Anne wants to know. Oh, she wants to make sure you're keeping her family secret of being a bratty little sister.
Of course not. Of course not. In my Nomadic Confessions, I share some of the family stories. And one story is about Annie on this one. My sister, Ann Holland, is in the chat. And one of the stories about her when she's about 3 years old. So I shared that in this particular one. So
that's why.
You'll love it. And a lot of stories I have already shared on my YouTube channel in other videos, but not all of them. So I think we have about enough time. So I don't see any new. So we have 35 entries. I'm going to go ahead and draw. Here we go. You must be present to win. If you are announced that you're a winner, please type in the chat something that we know that you're still here. Here we go. Sarah Pearson, which is a news person on my channel. Sarah Pearson. All right, let me go in here and make sure. Let me take that down. I'm going to put my email. Okay, my email address is running across the screen on the bottom. dluckton1@gmail.com. You have 1 week to claim your prize, Sarah. I see you're there. And 1 week to claim your prize. If I don't hear from you, the person the last week that won has not contacted me through email yet. I don't have time to chase people down. I love to give away gifts, but you have to make the effort. This is like a $20 gift, so including the shipping. So please, people, take the time to email me if you want to win the prize. So I'd love to give them away, but I do have to email.
But you love to give them away. So you have to take them.
Yeah. She has to know where to ship it. She has to know where to ship it.
I have to have your name and your shipping address. Yeah, Sarah, I hope you live in the U.S. If not, I'll have to send you a $15 Amazon or PayPal gift. Let me know either way in the chat. I mean, in the email. Okay, thank you, everybody. We're going to have to call it a night. We've been on over an hour. I thank everybody for coming. I hope you got something out of this video. And please keep coming back. Go check out these channels here, please. And check out my premiere tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific time. It will automatically direct you to Tanya's premiere right after mine. So I thank you all for being here. I love you all.
We
I'm
love
gonna
you.
play.
Thank you for your
I'm
donations.
gonna play my member video as we
Okay.
go out. So you
Okay.
guys are gonna go ahead and
Alright.
step down. I'll take you down, Greg. Thank you for
Okay,
coming up and
thanks.
helping me. Okay, so let me,
I'll take
Tanya, I can play
Okay.
this if I can find it. Where is it? Here it is. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to play one of my songs on the way out. So gotta say good night. Thank you all for coming. This song is a prayer to God. How did we get here, Lord, in a world with so much fear? If we call your name now, will you show us you still care? Can you hear me, Lord? Can you see me, Lord? When I read your word, you say you will. I have called your name, asking who's to blame for the world of shame we live in now. How did we get here, Lord, in a world with so much fear? If we call your name, Lord, will you show us that you care? Are you watching, Lord? Are you listening now? Do you really see what's going on? Will you answer, Lord, with your power and sword? You promised me, you gave your word. How did we get here, Lord, in a world with so much fear? If we call your name now, will you show us you still care? Listen to us, Lord. Will you show us how to call out your name? And in this pain, do you see us, Lord? Are you really there? stop this shame and show you care. How did we get here, Lord, in a world with so much fear? If we call your name now, will you show us you still care? How did we get here, Lord, in a world with so much fear? If we call your name now, will you show us you still care?